Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do my update videos a little different. I'm going to try to teach something every time I have an update, just to make the videos a little bit more watchable and a bit more, I guess, interesting. So last time, something I did was I put a tank on this spline, went down. There's enemies that shoot the tank, damage the tank health, so forth and whatever. So I started building the actual level. And right now I only have two stop events. And I'll show you, one, how it works, and two, how to achieve all this stuff. To make the object move across the spline, I'm going to put a link in the bottom of the video. I gotta find the video. But there'll be a link to the man who actually created it. There is going to be one thing I will tell you to do that he doesn't. Because he just uses a cube to show you how, and I don't think he noticed. But I'll get to that in a second. So this is how this works. Ignore the zeros. That's for something else. So right now the tank doesn't really have any noises, but the tank moves across the path. A set path that I set. It's got a bar of health. I know this is a little bit slow, but you can just roll with it for a second. So we get to this first point where we get quote-unquote ambushed. So the tank stops, and these guys are going to shoot the tank until I kill them and the tank's not going to continue to move. And that's where the numbers come in. It's counting how many enemies are left. Once it reads 0, the tank's going to start moving again. So that's the first type of kind of stop point. The second stop point is a barrier. So there's a barrier in the way. I can't do anything about it. I have to wait for the tank to do something. And then there you go. And then that's all the two different stop points. Whoops. No, it's not there, sorry. So I'll go over how to actually achieve this. Oh, I gotta remember where everything is. Here we go. Okay. So this is the first stop point. This I use a lot for a lot of things. While I'm here, I don't need this anymore. That was to make sure that the numbers were actually counting. So first thing this thing does is it creates a variable that I can use to recall what's so forth. But first thing it does is when the tank overlaps the barrier, it sets this to let everybody know that the tank is here, and then it counts all the enemies. So it's going to count how many enemies are there in the specified zone. And then I put a delay so that way it will move a little bit forward, more forward on the path. It won't just stop at the very end after it's counted the enemies. And you can make it go a little bit forward by increasing this delay. But then after that, it stops on the path. And then just a simple event and actor overlap. Every time a actor leaves the area, it subtracts from the total that was given. Then once the tank leaves, it resets everything. And basically what it's checking for is, it's checking for to make sure that 1, the tank is here, and then 2, that the enemies that are there are 0 or less. Once it meets both these conditions, it prepares the tank to actually move again. And then the other stop point, much more simpler, does the same thing. It makes it stop, there's a delay, and then it's just a bunch of emitters. Emitters and noises, and then the actor moves. So this one's a bit more complex, a bit more interesting. Now, if you watch the tutorial, I'll go over it quickly, but like I said, the tutorial on how to actually achieve the moving across effect, which is in this actor, the actual tank, is done basically by a timeline. It's very easy to get it to stop. You just literally put in a custom event, stop on path, and hook it up to stop, and it will stop exactly where it is, and it will, and then when you get it to go again, it will move based on where it is. And basically the way I have it is I have an event tick that's always looking for the ready to move variable, and anytime it's true, it sets the move on path function, and then it turns it off so that way it doesn't do it again. And that's really how that effect is achieved. And now I've got barriers I can place to stop the tank, and ambush places I can start putting around, and I have some queued up spots, and then all I have to do is translate to my other 2 tanks, which I'm going to do later on how to do this. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.